My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're gonna get that infinite with the bard going on. Definitely. It's happening this time. Choose red card to obtain. Ooh, off the bat, Magnum Opus. Improv. This turn, for each 6 notes you cue, perform any melody regardless of your note cue. At the end of your turn, clear your note cue. That doesn't scale well, is the problem. I'm going to take reverse gravity just to get us through the early floor. Okay. I can use this to fight 3 elites, so I will. Try and pick up as many relics that might help us break the game a little bit here as possible. Throw out this extra strike to get a damage medium. Finish him off. Beautiful. Nothing needed on any of those. I will go to occasional question marks. Study combat channeler. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's probably not better than healing 6. Especially if I'm going to be using reverse gravity as, like, as large of a part of my build as I currently am. Then I'm oftentimes just pushing the first buff off of the screen anyway. Lovely. 6-4. Cue 2 additional notes. No, not super into that. Celerando, no. Don't really know what I'm doing with the deck yet. Potion belt upon pick up, gain 2 potion slots. Yeah, this is fine. I want to get 2 early upgrades or just 1 early upgrade. I think just 1 early upgrade is fine. Never mind. This has already proven itself to be an upgrade, so take that on reversing gravity. It's also the only way I plan to wake up this Lark of Valen. Lovely. Enemy gets weakened again. Do I dare? I'm gonna throw my own riposte out there. Use that to get damage medium, then double defend afterwards. Because next turn, I definitely have to play the reverse gravity. So I may as well defend for a huge amount on the turn where that's actually available to me as an option. Beautiful. Smiling Master, the merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. That is really good. We have so much control over our deck now. The boot, whenever you deal 4 or less unblocked damage, increase it to 5. Yeah, we finally actually have like a huge amount of control over our deck with the ability to remove cards basically endlessly. Or Calcum, if you end a turn without block, gain 6 block. That's super useful on the turns that I play the reverse gravity. Because those are the turns where I don't get block. Get a solid damage medium out there. I'll even defend just because we're very likely to kill the enemy the next turn. Beautiful. Beetle Shell. Every 10th time you gain block from a card, gain double that amount of block. Fairy Fire is like a good idea to pair with the current deck. Just don't know if overall it's the best idea. Yeah, because like it turns up in hands like this and it's just extremely dissatisfying. Fine. Goodbye, Laos. Hello. Damn it, still nothing. Well, this is the perfect position for reverse gravity. Fairy Fire into reverse gravity. And I don't even take any damage this turn. Couldn't have been done better. Then damage small across. Oh, plays Taurus, gain 1 strength at the start of each of your odd-numbered turns. Neat. Not too useful, but a little bit neat, I guess. Okay, so if I attack, then fairy, I can weaken the enemy. It's okay. How much further can we go here? Reverse gravity will be enough. It's fine. Although I should have inspired before that, of course. It's not relevant in the end, but still doesn't mean I should have handled that otherwise. Covetous Aura. I like the idea of Covetous Aura, but, you know, it affects us in so few combats. Don't know if I can really afford to take it. I love Reverence. Right-click during combat once... right-click during combat to activate. Usable once per turn. Play an attack card from your hand at no cost and exhaust it. It's so good. We still probably can't afford to take it, though. The probably being I just cannot afford to fight the shopkeeper in order to try and take that. Also, I can't afford to not have shopkeepers for the rest of the run at this point. I'll take the Sling of Courage, gain 2 strength in elite combats. Could be useful, I guess. Upgrade the Fairy Fire to get extra vulnerability out of it, and hope this goes okay. $24 incoming damage. I'm gonna go weaken, inspire a defend into a normal defend, getting a defense up. Then use a block potion and strike naturally. So we've actually got a full defense here. All it took was roughly all of our focus. Great. Oh, the Orichalcum coming in clutch there as well. If I back into reverse gravity, I really should be throwing out the damage smalls here. It's just extra damage I'm leaving on the table at the moment. Sadly, the enemy's already weakened, so that's not going to be enough. So we will actually end up taking damage to this boss. That said, you know, I don't really care about my score. Magnum Opus. Damn it. We should take Wish. It can just get us another card of our choice. Yeah. There's no reason not to take Wish at that position. Sozu. The rest of these are too limiting at the moment. Maybe Coffee Dripper is fine, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take Coffee Dripper. I think it's a little bit contentious, but I think if we get just a little bit of a boost on this floor, then it will put us pretty far and ahead. Wish is a problem, though. Alright, I'm gonna Gambler's Brew this entire hand. It's just complete garbage. The damage medium across as well. Beautiful. Now that's more like what I was looking for. Okay, from Marta. It also appears the second part of the hit from reverse gravity penetrates through the damage reduction of flight. Interesting. Got to keep that in mind for the future. Again, we get the bag of marbles. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. I'm a huge fan of seeing that, especially when I have reverse gravity in the deck, because of reason. I feel like the reason's pretty clear as I clear all of the enemies there with ease and take the red mask from me. At the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies, as well as nothing. Just nothing at all. Could have gotten more damage, could have gotten less. Medium. Right, as many defense as possible to increment the beetle shields. Right. Inspire reverse gravity. Then riposte. And round it out with a damage medium. I am so glad I was capitalizing on those earlier. Seems to have worked out in the end. Reverse gravity is still essential here, unfortunately. Despite the fact that I will be taking damage as a result of doing that this turn, it's still really essential in this fight. Otherwise, this fight goes way too long. And then we really take damage. Again, God, we're getting real bad pulls here. Upgrade that wish. I really don't know what I'm going to pull with the wish yet, either. Kind of hoping to figure that over the course of this. Yeah, I'm going to throw all of these. They're just such garbage. All right. What do I want in this deck? Which of these scales the best? I don't think any of them scales necessarily. I do like just having sifts in the deck. It makes my draw much more consistent. And it can be really good with the reverse gravity as well. Is there anything else here, though? Life Drain is a little bit appealing as well. That's about it. Yeah, now I can see why I'm not necessarily getting many cards that I think are going to fit with this. Because there aren't that many cards that would fit with this. Blink is also really good here. It would come pre-upgraded. 50% less damage for 2 turns. Yeah, I'm going to take a Blink. It's really good. Too good to turn down. Plus, also, the sifts are common. I'll find them. They'll be around. I'll find them. Get another damage medium out there before I forget later. And just strikes. Just strikes. More bank upon... sorry. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop, as well as solo. Don't really want solo here. Okay. That Inspire eventually does want to be out of the deck for the sake of the reverse gravity. A lot of these defends could use an upgrade, I guess. I don't really have that much in the deck that I want to upgrade at this point, so I was really hoping I was going to pick up a card before that point. Strawberry, raise your max HP by 7. Fine. There's Apotheosis. Not really necessary. We're still going to be removing a bunch more cards. The ability to burn statuses isn't that important until it suddenly is against certain enemies. I don't think I'm going to take it here on the basis of that, though. I think it might just be Warpaint card removal. Get a strike out of the deck. Just trying to thin down the deck a little so that I can eventually find a good card and then just focus on that one. Throw all of those away. Looking for... And we found it. Reverse gravity. Works perfectly for me. No incoming damage. Get to deal a bunch back as well. Let's pop the damage small there before Inspire another reverse gravity. That's really good, especially because the enemy is just summoning now. Although I could have played the damage medium next turn. The Mad Gremlins, hey, get to, mostly, die to that. Damage small across the board, and then I'm gonna just blink double defend, I guess. Good defense up at the end as well. So if these fights want to go as long as possible, that's fine for the sake of my Glazed Taurus, but not fine for the sake of trying to do endless. I mean, it's good for the sake of not resting. So, Coffee Dripper. But I don't know if I want to include more cards back into the deck at this point after I worked so hard to try and remove them. This run's also not really getting any relics that are gonna necessarily allow it to do the whole thing I want it to do. You know, the whole endless situation. Maybe this is just 2 episodes with the Bard installed doing Infinite Spire. Yeah, that's what it looks like it's going to be at the moment. I think I overestimated the amount of scaling I was going to have access to. Or rather, the amount of scaling to which I would have had access. Alright. And then a single strike sets us up for damage medium. Beautiful. Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. That works perfectly for us. What with the whole playing a maximum of 2 cards a turn a lot of the time? Just stacking up on the stuff from Mafari here. Defend. Alright, I'll inspire, strike, get its strength up. Fine. Let's blink, throw out a Fairy Fire as well. Do all of those in the wrong order. That's an important part there. A lot of people forget to do everything in the wrong order. Very glad I remembered to. I'm gonna stack some turns of blink. And probably also try and keep the enemy weakened forever. Strike into Riposte for another strength up. And throw out another strike as well. Feeling the spirit. The big problem we're about to run into is that the Musket Hawk is about to start dealing some damage. Damage medium there. I'll Fairy Fire into Reverse Gravity into Riposte. Throwing out another damage medium. I could have thrown out a damage small before I did that as well. That's my bad. Okay, Blink is still active, so I don't need to focus on that yet. And hell, there's not much I need to focus on at this point because the enemy is dead. Show me. There's the Magnum Opus and the lovely, lovely reference to us. Much appreciated. Hang on. That played after Reverse Gravity gives us the ability to play damage small, damage medium. And if the Rhapsody also pulls a buff, then I can also do damage large. No, wait, it needs a debuff. No, I have a debuff. Yeah, I'm going to take Rhapsody. Just due to the fact that if I play it after the Reverse Gravity, it could be great. Black Star. Ooh, okay. That makes looping more interesting. Get a lot of relics. Really, really quickly. Okay. I have to go for this Nightmare if I want to do that. All right, fine. We'll try it. Hey, look at this. So, I'm going to have to use... Oh, I'm not going to have the energy to do it. Damn. Rhapsody needs to be upgraded for this whole thing that I'm trying to do to work. damage small in AoE. I'll strike there, and then we'll do damage medium. That's a full block as well. Hell yes. A well-handled turn, if I do say so myself. Just let me upgrade the Rhapsody really, really quickly so that we can get this whole thing going on. Okay. Let's defend, Fiend Fire, Strike, and then Rhapsody. The enemy vulnerable for an extra turn. One thing I forgot about Rhapsody is that you need Sonata for it to actually play all of them. Yeah, I forgot that bit. Oops. This is going to look significantly less powerful than I had otherwise hoped. A lot of the time here. Yep. Happy to take this fight on as well. I want to throw away some of these cards. Skill Potion for draw. That's some draw. Didn't really give us what we were looking for, unfortunately, though. Fiend Fire into Strike Riposte. Gives us damage medium. And then just throw out 3 defense at the end as well. And I'll even poison the backliner. There's no need to carry around the same potion set for that long. Not really using any of it. Okay. So I can now use this to cast damage large. Yeah. 18 in AoE. I mean, it's pretty good. Gonna heal back up after the combat as well. It's still neat, it's just not ridiculous. Potato, during your turn, you're immune to damage, as well as pre-upgraded Sift. Of course that comes with this. What a really unfortunate opening hand. Oh, rough. Okay, I guess Blink is probably the most important thing there. I'll Inspire Reverse Gravity as well. So if I don't get those out, I'll be sad about it. Okay, so Blink is receive 10% less damage for 1 turn. Constricted is take 10 damage, but Blink does not affect Constricted. It's like, if Blink is from enemies, it should probably say 50% less damage from enemies. Because otherwise, you would also assume, like, self-damaging sources would do 50% less, which they actually may. Maybe it's just Constricted that has this to deal with. All right, throw a couple defense out there just to increment the Beetle Shell. And you know what? Let's get 2 more stacks of vulnerability. Just make it absolutely certain you know you're vulnerable here. Okay. Can I please stop taking all of the damage in the world? Just take most of it instead? That'll do. Oh, God. This is really not looking like an endless. Oh. Let's obtain the boss relic. Sorry, not the boss relic, but a relic from a boss. Let's throw out a damage weaken. I don't know about that. Let's see. Yeah, definitely damage medium there. I'll blink into Sift. For sadly near the absolute worst results I could have gotten. With a solid reverse gravity into blink move. Badly done on my behalf, but why should I change the pattern of play that I've established over the course of this episode? Uh-oh. Damage medium is not going to make any sense there. Would have gone completely against block. Okay. We're kind of just going to be able to skate our way out of this fight. Thread and Needle. Started combat with 4-plated armor. Again, not really enough. Alright. Let's hope these 2 relics we get here are super useful. Because so far that's a no on that front. Okay. Play that out. Then a... Defend, Inspire. Rhapsody would now be able to get me a block large, but also that's not necessary. Guess I'll take the artifact. Yikes. Thank heck we have reverse gravity in this hand, because otherwise this is going to be pretty tragic. Let's go damage medium to kill the top liner as well there. Alright, Reptimancer, now it's just you and me. Now it's just you and me. There we go. Clearly did not need to dedicate an attack to the backliner there, as we proved just a moment after. Basically, reverse gravity is our entire build at this point in time. Which is a little embarrassing, but oh well. That's the case. Sadly, this is the position we're in, and it's pointless to wish that it isn't. I'm going to just murder you this turn rather than take any damage. I only would have taken 1, to be fair. But also, I'm stocked up on potions for the moment. Ancient Tea set. Whenever you go into a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy, as well as a lantern. Start each combat with 2 additional energy. Sorry, whenever you start each combat with 1 additional energy, rather. Whew. Excellent. You got a wee bit confused there. My goal in this fight, effectively, is going to be the same as it was last time we had a reverse gravity run that just got this far. It was... play reverse gravity as often as we possibly can. Saving damage medium for the next turn as well. Alright, so no reverse gravity that turn, sadly. But I do have damage medium, false fire to set the entire thing back up. And I've even queued a damage medium for the next turn, just to make that turn a lot safer for us. Damn fairy fire. I actually know that I can just full defend this turn, so I may as well just do that. Lovely. Transient down, I'll get my void shards. Yeah, the nightmare's gonna be a problem. Just gonna weaken the enemy for an additional turn there, I think. Might actually be the most impactful thing we can do. I don't want to cast the damage small here. I don't want to change the enemy's intent. Although their intent still would have been the same amount of damage there. Maybe I should have changed them. Yeah, here the enemy would actually start increasing the amount of damage they deal. Fiend Fire into Strike Riposte. Toss out a Defend casually. That's not going to be able to do anything. The enemy didn't leap in the air that turn. That tells me that we're no longer in a really good position. We want him to be constantly leaping for joy. Oh, that extra 30 block this turn as well. Get me into air reverse gravity. Beautiful. We actually got it. Makes this all significantly more worthwhile. Go for a damage small 2 times over. Yeah, that single defend didn't need to happen. Could have just waited for the Orichalcum. That's my bad. Yikes. I'm gonna take the defense up as well as the strike here and just hope that we have lethal next turn. We should do. Yep. That'll confirm it. Question card. Future card awards have one additional card to choose from, as well as Vajra studied combat with 1 strength. Well, there's haste. Haste could be part of an infinite. I'm going to take it. Xylophone would be how you would make it part of an infinite. Turn it into an X-Cost card. Get any source of dex to start with, like the Shielding Shard, or... It's not called the Shielding Shard, I can't remember its name, but it gives you a dex per act you've climbed. Or the Oddly Smooth Stone as well. Then just focus on picking up dex and then fight the enemies with Balestra. That would be real good. I could see that being a thing. Okay. I'll Inspire. Double strike here, get an extra, and pop that one out as well. It could happen. We could actually turn this around and have this become a haste-based infinite. It's just a lovely thing to say as well. Yep, all of that could have been resolved in a better order. My gosh, I am very rusty after having not played this character for a little bit of time. Yeah, that's what... Damn it. Yeah, that one was never going to work in the end. Damn it. All right, reverse gravity so that I can get double kill this turn. We'll be fine. No, that's fine. You don't want to provide that to me. That's okay. I see your side. Reverse gravity is in the next hand, though, so we should just have lethal. Beautiful. Explosive, as well as gain. That's a no. Across the board. I really do want to hit this shop. I think it'll give us the most opportunity to do something here. Yeah, I think it'll give us the most opportunity to do something here with the run. Conductor's Baton, your note queue can hold 2 additional notes. We were talking about that recently. None of the rest of these really appeal. Secret Technique is pretty good, though. And then just remove a standard strike from the deck. Yeah, this is not going infinite. Damn it! You know what? We'll try and make it go infinite. We'll see if it works. I don't necessarily think it will. I think we'll probably die on the next cycle if we try and do it. But only one way to find out. Thankfully, halve the incoming damage this turn. So Beetle Shell is lined up for the next defensive action. So I should very much try and avoid making defensive actions if at all possible. Yeah, I'm not even going to riposte there. Just so that I can keep the big defense for the turn where it's necessary. Damage large in AoE as well. Yeah, specifically because the effects from the melodies don't scale. As we go into the next loop, 4 block, 8 block, and 15 block no longer mean the same things as they used to mean. And it can just become a little incredibly difficult. Again, Fiendfire should have been cast at the start there. I'm always trying to consider my melodies as well as the ordering of playing vulnerabilities first versus last. And I am constantly messing it up at the moment. I have no defense for that. Except for the defense of, I'm aware of it. Sorry. Balestra would be what we do with the build with haste, but we still need some extra elements for that build for it to work. So I can't take any damage on my turns, so the enemy spikes are not a problem for us. See how I took no damage. Let's cue the buff and then go damage large across the board. Hell yes. Lingering Echo again, not necessary. We'll smith one more and guess I'll hit that on haste. Not really necessary, I don't think, but fine. Okay. Let's go Fiend Fire. It's not Fiend Fire, right? Fairy Fire, rather. Use the damage small first. Throw out another attack. Use damage medium. Kind of want to strike, inspire, defend. Okay. So that fully blocks me this turn, but it also sets me up for the possibility of getting a dex. So the haste is not a complete waste in our deck. Shouldn't play that many more cards here, though. Just play Blink. Yeah, unless I could play 3 cards that turn. After that point in particular. Okay, defend, gain a defense up, and then I'm gonna haste. Maybe I should have just taken the Balestra in the previous position. Yeah, it's feeling a lot like I definitely should have just taken the Balestra. So I'm basically safe in this fight at this point. The problem is the enemy scales, and because we didn't take Balestra, we're not. So while I have 16 decks, I'm not really doing anything with it. Pop out the damage small both times there. And make sure the enemy has absolutely nothing they can really afford to do to us. This fight is going to take ages. Damn it. This is the tragedy that I'm talking about. Turns just taking so damned long. Or rather, it's one of the tragedies of which I speak. Fairy Fire into just like strike, riposte. Misordering all of the melodies. I stop now. Clearly set a precedent of me misordering all of them. May as well hold that down. If you can't be good, be consistent. Pull out that secret technique to try and draw into the new deck. Didn't really get anything essential there. I think I'll also just blink, set myself up for the next turn. Oh, right, the enemy's actually not even attacking this turn, so the blink was useless. At least I'm getting strength over time with the Glazed Taurus, but it's also real slow. Let's go Fiendfire into Strike Riposte. Do I want to Rhapsody anything out there? Yeah, I do actually. It's just going to be an attack up. That's all I need right now, just a little bit of attack up. I also think that Reverse Gravity and Blink is probably going to be the best that I can even get this turn in terms of defense. So I'm not even going to dig. And I still only take 2 damage after all of that as well. Wild. It's definitely Fairy Fire into Reverse Gravity. Into a Rhapsody for damage large as well. So it looks like we will be able to kill the Time Eater. Finally. All it's taken is a ridiculous period of time. Finally. Hopefully the next loop treats us a little bit better. There's another haste. Sonata obviously works for the sake of the Rhapsody that we've been doing. I'm going to take the Sonata. It might be more important in the short run. Inability to see my enemy's intents is fine as long as I don't fight any nightmares. And I definitely still need options at cards. I don't think it gets harder. Fine. So, enemies deal 100% more damage. They have 2% more HP. And whenever we play a card, we lose a gold as well. I'm going to go to this really earlier party. Try and just pick up some power from there. We might get a black card that just defines our run. It's possible. Fate. Choose 1 of 3 random upgraded black cards to add to your hand. No. Menacing. The next attack you play stuns any enemy it hits for 1 turn. Also no. Black hole. All cards cost 0. Any card entering your discard pile is burned. No. Lower your maximum hand size by 3. Also no on that. But did we take Slimy Hat earlier? No, we didn't even take it. Damn. Alright. We'll take the random relic first. It is Bronze Scales. Damn, I did see the xylophone in there and unfortunately did not manage to get it. Moving on the strike from the deck. The extra energy from Runic Obelisk is actually really good. Especially because you can mostly get rid of the downside with the Slime Hat. I'm going to take that. That said, as for the black cards, I don't know which I would take here. Like, I guess Menacing? Oh, sorry, Execution. Yeah, I'll take Execution just so I have the ability to push through bosses and elites and stuff. Take the 100. No need for those curses yet. If I had a way to benefit from them, well then maybe, but we don't, so ho-hum. So basically at this point I should be hunting as many elites as possible just to try and find relics. So next turn I have Rhapsody in hand, right? And I've already got Sonata out. So now if I play this, channel the buff, it will play all of these melodies at the same time. Hey, 5 damage in AoE, 10 damage in AoE, 18 damage in AoE, strength up, and probably a weaken, right? That sounds right to me. play... I can play this and get artifacts. If I add in a buff... No, that doesn't do anything. If I add in... There's nothing I can really add in for a good effect here, I don't think. Yeah, I don't significantly change it. Oh well. I'll add in a buff. Get myself a little bit more block as the enemy's attacking on turn 1. Hey, for all of my block as well. Perfect. Clearly worked out then. Alright, Jawworm. Time to die the reverse gravity. Yikes on all of those as well. Take a little bit more max HP here. As much as I want the relics, I still don't want curses in this deck. Wow. Sonata, reverse gravity, and then Rhapsody with a buff. Oh, look at that damage in AoE right there. Damn it. One turn kill an elite actually got us a bonus there as well. Lovely. Each of these targets should be pretty easy to kill also. Yeah, just wait. Oil painting. Start each combat with 100 inspiration as well as a happy flower for every 3 turns. Gain an energy. Execution being upgraded so that it's easier to play is more important. Anchor. Start each combat rather with 10 block. Very, very good. So we're heavily incentivized to go as aggressive as we possibly can on the first turn. To be fair, we were always kind of incentivized in that direction anyway. Channel a attack here. Damage and AoE up. Alright, so one of them dies striking me, and then the 2 remainders should easily die with the reverse gravity we're about to draw. Damn it. That's what I get for trying to call it. Hey, there it is. Sonata being upgraded is going to be a really good upgrade for us as well. So should hit that as soon as possible. Upon pickup, raise our max HP by 10. It's fine. Not bad. Execution, and then I want to play as many skills as is humanly possible. Which is, as it turns out, this turn, not that many, unless I actually want to play the reverse gravity as well. Maybe I do. Yeah, I kind of want to play reverse gravity. Secret technique out. And Inspire as well? Sure. Oh, Sift, actually. Might draw us into more other cards we can play. Definitely can't play those. Until now, because they're just going to increment the shredded effect on the enemy. Okay. Inspire Riposte. Then use this to channel a buff. We'll take all of those. Ridiculous amount of inspiration. And even throw out a defend. So the enemy can't even damage me. Lovely. Goodbye, Lagavulin. Okay. Alright. This is super helpful. Old Nail. Perhaps it can be reforged. This is just going to double the damage of all of our attacks. Strange Heart. Whenever an enemy dies, transfer any weak or vulnerable it has to a random enemy. Mnemonic Vestments? No. Yeah, I don't want that in the deck. I'll drop the Liquid Bronze for an attack potion, though. Again, still can't start taking curses. Sorry about it. Oof. So Secret Technique should pull something out of the deck first. Just to give us the best chance on that draw, despite the fact that we didn't end up getting it. Okay. And then I'll queue an attack. Doing all that damage in the AoE. Come on. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough, mate. That's right, didn't think so. Thank you for my extra 2 Void Shards. Sift is the only one that really makes sense there, but I'm not going to take it. Not going to bother focusing on that in particular. So now Conductor's Baton would make a lot of sense because we pivoted in order to put Sonata in the deck, which still, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me why we have this. Let's put an attack out there so that I can, yeah, get the attack up buff. Seems like it might come in handy. Okay, Secret Technique finds its execution. Execution goes on the enemy. Defend, defend, and reverse gravity. Yeah. So a lot of this right now is just about how quickly can we get to execution, play the execution. How quickly can we play as many cards as possible for the sake of the execution? It's all the build has really become. I want it to become something else, but I'm gonna need something kind of transformative. And we've definitely not been finding that so far. Let's get the defense up. Small strike. See, I'm worried that this is going to be, like, it'll function for a while, but not really do anything the entire time, if you know what I mean. There's Magnum Opus. Alright, we'll take it. Transform 3 cards in the deck. Strike. Inspire. Strike, Inspire, and probably a Riposte, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so Mnemonic Vestments just got picked up. Which is fine, I guess. Second copy of Execution does nothing. Studied Strike doesn't really matter. Fomata doesn't really matter. Alright. Sad pulls for the other 2. Okay, this is a really early shop, then an early Afari, then 3 elites in a row for extra relics. Sounds good to me. So the Vestments is going to put an extra copy of Reverse Gravity in the deck. Of course it will. As the thing that makes the most sense. Of course it's going to do that. Take Magnum Opus out of the deck. And then save the rest of those notes for the next turn. Those are pretty effective here. Let's reverse gravity into a buff to play all of these. And then another reverse gravity. For the smaller AoE damage. Still enough for us, though. Oh, okay. Prismatic Shard. Combat reward screens now contain colorless cards and cards from other colors. Does that matter to us? Does that matter? Are any of the other characters much better at doing something that we're trying to do at the moment? So bursting Magnum Opus, double tapping Reverse Gravity, those things make sense, obviously. Extra draw, no, not really. Like, I don't want to put Defect in with the Prismatic Shard and then never find a skim and just have a bunch of bad cards turn up. way, way too late for an Apotheosis. I think it's actually just going to be a card removal on... Let's get the Fermata out of here. I actually don't want rests. And Toy Battleship, just because it's actually quite powerful. You know what? I'm also going to take Balestra. I'm going to queue up for haste being useful. Upgrade a card. I always have the energy to do that. I'll upgrade Balestra. Okay. Extra copy of Reverse Gravity. It should pretty much always be Reverse Gravity here, I'm feeling. Just got an inkling for it. All right, buddy. Show us what's up. Because right now, it looks like I'm just going to get to beat you down. Ooh, hang on. Actually, Gambler's Brew can be pretty important for pushing past sticky situations. Backtick. So what is the problem with backtick? The problem with backtick right now is the best thing I can hit with it is... Never mind. Never mind. We're fine. Backtick. We take backtick. We take Xylophone. Where are you, Xylophone? Get you, Xylophone. Yep. That targets haste. And we're absolutely off to the races. It's beautiful. Collect is also just extra draw. It's like really good extra draw, so I'll take that. It's free as well. Take a random relic. And we got Blood Vial at the start of each combat. Heal for 2 HP. Let's remove a defend at this point in time, maybe. No, let's get the Studied Strike out of here. So it is basically get some decks, then play hastes for as large an effect as I possibly can. Then use Balestra for the kills. Neural Network is going to be really good in the long run, and I feel like Fortify replaces defense for us eventually. So I'm also going to take those two. Okay, this Mnemonic Vestment still hits Reverse Gravity, though, because it's still the most important thing here. Yeah. We don't need to continue with this farce of a fight. It's already over. Duct Tape! Upon pick up, choose 2 cards and combine them. Oh, dear. Combining X-Cast cards has always been bad for me, so I'm going to not do that, just in case it's not a good... It might be Sonata and Neural Network, just so they're both innate. And I can play them both out in the first turn reliably. Yeah. That said, eventually I want to remove Sonata from the deck, surely. Is that true? Not necessarily. Prismatic Spray I don't necessarily need there either. Lovely. Sorry, whenever you play a power attack and skill in the same turn, remove all of your debuffs. Don't think we debuff ourselves at all. Do any of our relics? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're fine without that one. Card removal is something we hit in every single shop that we go to, though. I'll take my additional copy of Reverse Gravity for the fight. So... Duct Tape gets both of those out for me. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna Speed Potion this turn. I'm actually gonna do it in this way. It's gonna be interesting. If nothing else. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna Fairy Fire and Blink and then just haste. So now I have 120 decks, just casually. Thankfully, the backliner was not attacking that turn. I already went past Balestra, but I can just fortify for all of it. So I'm definitely going to go with that then. They didn't even make a dent in the 999. Wild, that. Yeah, I can haste again, but what am I going to do with it? Oh, that is the maximum size of my hand. I forgot about that, actually. Interesting. Well, that's fine. We'll still get the kills. One way or the other. Bottled Lightning, as well as Juju Bracelet. Normal enemy encounters no longer encountered in question mark rooms, as well as Bottled Lightning. Put that in my opening hand. Put that on haste. Maybe I take Wish and get another Balestra in this deck at this point. Matroshka, the next two non-boss chests you open contain 2 relics. Hey, Whetstone, upon pick up upgrade to random attacks as well as the bag preparation to start the combat draw digital cards. Hey, wait a second. Whetstone didn't have anything to upgrade. How the hell did it spawn? Alright, I'm gonna get my extra copy of the haste card, I think, here. So Secret Technique pulls out Blink. I play Blink, Defend, get myself a little bit of Dex, and Haste. Beautiful. And the next one is also Haste. Yeah, casual 999 block right there. Sorry, Dex, rather, not block. And then Balestra is 4,000 damage. Lucky Rock, every time you play an attack, you have a 5% chance to gain critical, as well as Pen Nip. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. So we just cut every card from the deck that does not contribute towards that at this point in time. I don't know which I care about the most. I'm going to duplicate Collect. Just get another copy of that in the deck. Ah, again. Yeah, my hand size is challenged already. That's my bad. Keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I can't even get Dex. So that is one thing that Haste also does need. I need to have some Dex by base. So I need the Oddly Smooth Stone, or I need the shard that does that. There we go. Still got decent block by the end of the turn. Enemy leaps for joy, and I immediately forget how the cards work. Using that speed potion as a bootstrap is really, really good. Getting another Rhapsody in this deck? I don't know about that. Rhapsody has suddenly become one of the weakest parts of this deck, I feel. I also kind of want to cut Mnemonic Vestments just so that I don't have to do this at the start of every single combat. Magnum Opus, defend. Take my defense up, and then haste him. Come on, Balestra. Balestra? Balestra in a bit. Okay, so that'll give everyone. Let's fetch the garbage card, play that, then sift. Really? Balestra is always on the bottom of the deck when I want it. Thankfully, the enemy was still hexing that turn, so Balestra this turn is still totally fine. Power Potion is a little bit better than a block potion at the very least. Smith to get Wish upgraded so I can get another Ballestra in the deck. If I duplicate Wish, do I get to play another? Oh. I might be able to cheat out 2 cards from the Mnemonic Vestments here. Mnemonic Vestments plus Wish. Super combo. I forgot to actually cash that in. That's my bad. All right, let's do that one slightly more correctly. Okay, do the whole Wish thing. Then it is Duct Tape, which draws Magnum Opus. I play Magnum Opus into defend. Then I pick up the actual point of Dex so that the haste actually does something. Beautiful. And then I'm going to Wish. I think the Wish goes and finds and uses Ballestra. But I'm also quickly having a look, just in case. Maybe there's a better option out there for me. Not really seeing it yet. Yeah, it's probably just Ballestra. Alright. I don't know what I'll do with the final Wish in the deck, though. Execution hits the back line. Cycle through a bunch of cards because we don't have Velvet Choke or anything like that, so we're fine with that at least. Is the Wish still in my deck at this point? No. Okay, so the one that is here is Mnemonic Vestments one. Maybe I actually don't even play it because I don't want to include more cards in the deck at this point. I'm kind of fine with what we have. And by kind of, I mean pretty fine with it. And then just Ballestra the backliner. Beautiful. I thought that fight was probably going to be that quick. I'm glad that it rounded out to be. Splendor Form, Rhapsody, Sonata. Powered Stun, no. After 3 turns become de-energized. That should not affect us at all. And even if it does, it only takes away the energy that it's provided to us. Okay. The most important space here is this one, so that I double all of my damage. So if I duplicate something that's innate, will I just get it in the opening hand as well? Study says no. Study says no on that one. Upgrade all cards. You can only... No. Go for the rare relic. Eventually we'll have all of the relics, and we will have all of the broken things going as a result as well. Blink, defend, fortify into haste. Ryan, damn it, again! You have to cash it in. All right. Let's try that one again. Blink, defend, fortify. Now I'll take my point of Dex and then haste. And I'll technique out of the deck the thing that I want the least in there. Just setting up for a Ballestra insta-kill. Or I could just set up for getting to 999 haste. Sorry, Dex. Before my Ballestra insta-kill for 16,000 damage. Bundle of Herbs. Right-click during combat to activate. Lose 1 charge. Gain 3 regen. Whenever you enter a rest site, add 1 charge, and it starts with 2 charges itself. Take that Sift already, definitely. guess I'll just put an extra collect in the deck. Okay. I think maybe my goal should just be cycle through my deck as quickly as I possibly can until I get the card that destroys all of our enemies. Yeah, that one. Beautiful. At least it's faster on that. Focus can become ridiculous for us, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay. I'm fighting these, but only because... Oh, no. I can't fight the Nightmare Alpha because I can't kill the Nightmare Alpha in a single turn. But I can also defend pretty easily because I have the haste build going on. Maybe. Maybe. Please get me into the right cards here. No? Not keen on doing so? That's fine. Take the defense up, and then a little bit of a haste at the end there. Not much. Just a little. Can I now have my reverses of gravity? Thank you. Fight the Nightmare Alpha. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. I should probably add an extra copy of... haste into here. That's going to be the most important thing for us. So Magnum, defend, defend. I'll hit the defense up, and then a giant haste. Ooh, giant pull on that haste as well. Fine. That, and then I can haste at the very end. I am real hopeful the enemy's not hitting for a ridiculous amount this turn. Or hitting us for a ridiculous amount this turn. There we go. Never mind. Play a single defend and then a Balestra. Yay! But unfortunately, I can't even hit that many times with it. But as long as I play a single defend every single turn, the Nightmare Alpha is going to have nothing it can do to me. Let's go reverse gravity into Rhapsody for all of those big effects. We don't actually have the... It's not execution, right? No, it is execution. We don't have execution on the enemy here. That's fine. We get Balestra in the next hand. And we actually managed to conquer a Nightmare Alpha. Beautiful. Add a black card to the deck. 7 walls gets upgraded into unstable space-time. Gain 20 temporary HP, affected by block modifiers, and deal 20 damage. Well, that would be really, really good with a build that's not this one. Gangling chip. At the start of each combat, discard any number of cards and then draw that many. Extremely handy for us. I don't know if I actually take anything here out of the black cards. Like, the closest is probably Future Sight. Yeah, I'm going to take Future Sight. Duplicate a card in the deck. Ooh, that's nasty. I don't know if I want another haste in the deck. Just the one should be enough for me. Another Sift gets us through the deck faster, I guess. Yeah, I'll take another Sift. Just have far more consistent hands. Seems useful for me. Let's upgrade Magnum Opus, because oftentimes it's actually kind of like stopping us a little on the first turn. Alright, I'll get another Magnum Opus as well. Magnum Opus into defend. Run a... That pulls out Future Sight so that I can do just one giant... Damn it! Ryan! Look. Bud. Dude. Guy. You really gotta actually cash in? I think I got an extra Magnum Opus here. Make sure that I do everything the same as well. Ooh, this is hard. I think I threw those. I did not have Future Sight in my hand last time, so something's changed there. It's okay, though. Ryan! Correct order! I keep just trying to play cards to get them out of my hand rather than focus on the bar. Magnum Opus. After... I threw that defend the first time, didn't I? I think I did. And then I regretted it, but I did throw it. Magnum Opus. Into defend. I will Future Sight as well now. Collect. Gets us another defend. Now I can deck my defense up. And then haste. Beautiful. Pretty confident that next Balestra is going to be good for us here. All I got to do is get to it. Managed to. Mysterious Pyramids. Upon pick up choose 2 cards. Whenever you draw one of these cards, also draw the other. Which do I do that with? I think it's like Haste and Future Sight. Oh no, Haste is in my opening hand, so I can't do that. Probably just Sift and Sift then. Or Collect and Future Sight. I'm not going to take any of those as well. Okay. Mnemonic Vestments is about to get out of this deck as well, finally. I guess I throw all of those? Yeah, this isn't looking good, actually. Really wanted that whole turn to go a completely different way. Oh well. It happens. Just gonna gain strength up at the end of that turn. Lament the fact that the whole Balestra tech is not going off. Pull way too many cards out of the deck. And yeah, none of this is necessary or good. I'm just gonna stop doing that. 155 on the enemy. I still think I actually need to build this into a haste build, though. At least that's how it feels. There we go. Alright, Balestra is now lethal if I can get to it. Should be able to. The whole deck is full of draw. Nothing got any of those, though. Preserved Insect. Enemies in Elite Combats have 25% less HP, as well as the Puzzle Cube at the start of each turn. Puzzle Cube picks a random card in your draw pile. If you play that card, draw a card. Get a Void Shard as well. Here, I can actually lose 2 upgraded cards and 100 gold. So those upgraded cards should be Mnemonic, just because I don't want to have to commit an extra action every single time. And probably Fairy Fire. And now my nail is refined. Whereabouts is it? Here. Pure Nail. Attack, deal double damage. Just a good one to see. Link, defend. I'll collect to try and get down to, yep, another defend. Giving us the ability to defense up haste. And now I just gotta wait for the right turn. You know what? I'm not even waiting for the right turn. Energy Potion Balestra. Satchel at the start of, the end of each turn, retain one card. That's, again, gonna be a little bit of a problem. I'll turn down the Sift there. Eventually, I will need to start cutting those just so that my hands are a little bit more consistent. Blink, defend, fortify. Throw out a future sight for a giant haste. I just think that that is going to immediately give me the point of dex. This would not be a problem if I had just any dex in this deck. Like, bootstrapped any dex. That's all. All I would need. There's our point of dex. I didn't even play Future Sight that time, but whatever. Whatever, we got it. It's fine. I also probably just should have played Reverse Gravity and just, you know, done the fight in the normal way. Would have worked. I could have just held Balestra there, but also it's so much longer to be that slow with the combat. Clearly, in retrospect, I should have done it, though. Oh, well. Hit me. No? Oh, so you're going to make me hit you instead, then? Go for another elite. This could be handy. Yeah, let's throw all of those. None of those really gave me what I was looking for here, unfortunately. Magnum Opus into defend, fortify, and haste at the very end. Ryan! How many times can I make the same mistake? Evidently an absolutely ridiculous amount of times. Now, eventually I need Future Sight upgraded so that I can play it after I played Haste, so that I can actually play a Balestra on the same turn. And that's going to be our kind of like high level strat. Okay, throw that out and collect. Yeah, this all went spare, by the way. I messed this up already. It's fine. There's our defense up. There's the haste. And I'll retain the Balestra. Being able to just retain the Balestra for the next turn is super useful for us as well. Reverence? Right click during combat to activate usable once per turn. Play an attack card from your hand at no cost and exhaust it. That is going to let us play our... that's going to let us play our Balestras after we have played everything else as well. Beautiful. You can have no energy in hand and still benefit from it. Speaking of, here's where we're going to be doing that. If only Balestra targeted random enemies as well. Okay, we need to get Reverence to the start of our hands. Pop that on. Actually, Reverse Gravity, and then I'll Balestra next turn. Largely because I have the ability to retain this, and then on this turn I can actually direct Balestra to the target I want to hit. Future Sight finally gets upgraded. Yeah, a lot of these bosses are going to be dead on turn 1. Unless they have, like, extra HP mechanics or second lives or that kind of thing. Magnum into defend, into another defend. Get the defense up, and then a haste. Followed up with a future sight, and then Ballestra. Woo! Could have done that twice as well. Lovely. No. None of these at this point. I did just get Omamori, so Cursed Key is less bad. So is, I guess, Calling Bell. I think I just take Philo Stone. It's so low impact in this cycle. Okay. It's a late possibility to go of Hari. And I can get 3 elites as well as that. Seems good. No good shop along the line, though. And shops can matter. I'll just straight up kill some of these targets. That's fine, too. Don't need to go for the whole build. This has got to be... Obtain a random relic, right? Reverse Gravity needs to be removed from the deck. So does Rhapsody at this point. Like, they're so outmoded by everything else. Choral Orchestra. Every 5th melody you perform is played twice. I wonder how that would actually work with the whole Sonata stuff. Also, that duct tape probably needs to get out of this deck at this point as well. Like, it's just too slow as an effect. Nothing there either. No, there'll be unavoidable curses later, and that money is not particularly high. Like, the Necronomicon is an unavoidable curse that I definitely want to hit if we can. Hey, there we go. I guess Reverse Gravity is a quick way to finish floor fights, at least. So I don't have to go for the whole combo. Maybe that's its value. Hey, Slimy Hat, raising maximum hand size by 2. We've been looking for that. That's the only reason that we actually took the Runic Obelisk, knowing that we also had the ability to pick that up later. Okay, extra card draw now actually means something to us. Beautiful. Should be able to find our way all the way to... Well, I was hoping... Hey, Reverse Gravity, there we go. Despite the fact that it's not enough. But it's fine, they're still dead in the next turn. It's because the Magnum Opus affected the defend instead, because I played the defend to get some space in my hand so that I could draw more cards. Bottled Mercury. Whenever you... upon pickup, choose a card. Whenever it is played, if it's an attack, gain a strength. If it's a skill, gain a dex. Okay. So I need a skill that I play in my opening hand all of the time that isn't the haste. Oh, what? Bottled Mercury no longer gives me a prompt. Okay, so I have to pick it up again. Damn it. I looked at my deck and then Bottled Mercury stopped working. Yeah, I can't choose haste. Magnum Opus would make sense. Or Secret Technique would also make sense. Secret Technique would make more sense if it was in the Bottled Lightning. That said, it can't be targeted by Bottled Mercury if it's in the Bottled Lightning anyway. Art of War, if you don't play any attacks on a turn, gain additional energy next turn. Whenever you rest, heal additional 15 HP. That's fine, I guess. I just don't want to buff the rest of the nightmares over the course of the run. So I don't want to pick up any unnecessary keys here. Okay, removing a card from the deck is very important at this point in time. I think I leave the reverse gravity in here. I think Rhapsody needs to leave, though. Sorry, buddy. Clearly, I hold love for you, but not now. Again, don't need to get too fancy with it. All these Moonstones started combo with 1 dex and Calibers. Both of those incredible. Those kind of make this whole build right now. Convert all of your block into strength and then lose that strength at the end of your turn. That would be great if Balestra was not a thing. We could then transfer our dex into damage perfectly anyway, but we already have the ability to do that, so we don't need it. Okay, so I should be able to cycle all of those. Yep. And then let's Execution, Future Sight, collect. Secret Technique doesn't have anything that it can even play. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so now I can play it, pulling a card out. I've got some decks. That lets me use Reverence. At the end, for the sake of Balestra. 36,000 with a single hit. It would have done that 4 times. Neat. An infinite blow that I've already upgraded a bunch of times as well. So it can be upgraded any number of times and it maintains its upgrades between runs. I've already got 20 upgrades on it. It's not necessary at this point, though. What relic have we got? Nah, it is Circlet. Really? That can give you Circlet when it's showing... Okay, wild. Here, I guess I probably remove Blink. Not really necessary. Busted Crown for extra energy. Yeah, there's no reason not to have that. Other than, I guess, saving Void Shards if I was interested. Okay. I'm gonna hard throw all of these and just go for a single Balestra straight to the face. And maybe a second Balestra if the first one doesn't finish the job. Falls the boss for a couple of Void Shards there, as well as some stuff I don't even want. Any cards entering your exile pile are exhausted. I don't know if I want that. I will take Sozu at this point. So we have so much extra... What are you? We have a whole lot of extra energy at the very least. Alright, I can't wait to see what's actually hiding up there. Because it's got a whole air of mystery to it. Nothing there. Happily fight them, but I already have the red mask. So I don't even get to benefit from it. Beautiful. I love how quick the kills are at the very least. Okay, so the circlets are catching up to us. So that's another circlet there. No, we actually got Kunai that time. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dex. I'll take mutagens here for 3 strength on turn 1. I don't know if I want to go to another Hardy at this point. I would basically just be going for card removal. Remove a card from the deck. Oh, speaking of. Let's get a straight up defend out of there. So now I draw 8 cards in my opening hand. So if I don't end up with the right cards, I can just mull all of my cards and I know I will end up with the whole rest of my deck. So I can see every card in my first turn. Bottled Soul, upon pickup, choose an exhaust card. Whenever you play that card, it no longer exhausts. Obviously, that's the kind of thing that we want to do on a Magnum Opus. Dead Branch, whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. That seems less likely for us. It would be great if we had the boss relic from before. You know what? I'm going to take Dead Branch just for the possibility of getting that same boss relic. If you know what boss relic I'm talking about, you know what a good time this could possibly be. And if you don't, then just wait a moment. If we get the boss relic, it'll be a good, fun surprise. Got him. The Courier, the merchant resource cards, relics and potions, all prices decreased by 20%. Neat. Lovely to have it. Short range teleporter, you may skip 2 rooms. And it has charges and stuff. I never use that because obviously I want the value from every single room. I'll take the deck of holding in this position despite the fact that I intend to never use it. Obtain the towel. Ooh, lovely. Towel is so good. Gives you a choice of relics in chests and after elite fights. So like here, I get the choice between Runic Dodecahedron and Mummified Hand, and Gremlin Horn and Darkstone Periapt. I'll take the Gremlin Horn and the Runic Dodecahedron. Definitely. I've even got a shop after this upcoming elite. Hell yes. Yeah, I've stopped even trying to increment the Magnum Opus at this point. No longer really necessary. So I don't really know why we're just shredding all of the enemies as quickly as we are. I'm pleased about it though. Bottle Tornado, upon pickup, choose a power card. Start each comp with that in your opening hand. Now, interestingly, each of these powers is innate, and upgraded they're innate, and joined they would appear to be innate. However, the fact that the Bottle Tornado shows up... Wait, the Bottle Tornado can show up if you only have innate powers in your deck, right? Yeah, it can. It actually did in a recent episode for me. Never mind, this makes sense. Take the Crystal Statue and the Checkered Pen. Whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Yes! Membership card, 50% discount on all products. Hell yeah. Take the Sphere of Dissonance, Cunning Disguise. Does it matter at all? No, not really. Inability to be weakened, though. Wing Boots, neat. Tin Flute? No, because I'm not going to have Hubris on for the next run, so it seems like a bad idea for me. Cunning Disguise. What would I even put there? I really don't know. Alright, I'll take a Focusing Shot instead then. Shuriken. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. Ooh, it's the Singing Bowl! When any cards to your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2 instead. I say it in that way because it was written that way. Probably should have removed another card there, but that's okay. I already did the whole thing. Oh, it's the Musket Hawk again. Back for seconds, eh? Some people just don't know what's good for them, see? Okay. So I'm actually going to have to focus a little bit here. So I've got to try and make sure that... Secret Technique, dang it. Okay. I'll collect, then Secret Technique. So now I have some decks. Then I'll haste. Then Future Sight, Magnum Opus, and Balestra for 44. Wild. Enemy was not vulnerable that turn, unfortunately, though. So it was barely even worth it. Grand Snakawai, gain energy and transform 2 cards at the start of your turn. There's also the Velvet Choker, you cannot play more than 6 cards a turn, and the Virtuous Blindfold, you can only see the entire map. I am going to skip all of these. Not interested, even slightly. My nail is already upgraded, so going to that location would just give me, like, the offer of an upgrade on a normal card, I think. Not in. Well, I guess maybe I'm into it. Do I have a normal card I want to upgrade at this point? No. They're all already upgraded. Sorry, bud. Yeah, so I'm already at the point where I just play haste. And then Reverence Balestra in normal combats. Skewering Voidlings. Can I kill the summon? Yeah, I can kill the summon again. I can go for another Nightmare Alpha, sure. Okay, Reverse Gravity is in the opening hand. All I need is Magnum Opus. I get it, actually. That's the first part cleared pretty easily. Fight the Nightmare Alpha as well. Can't necessarily tell what you're doing, but that's okay. Enemy's almost surely using Black Shield on turn 1 here. That said, I'm just going to fortify before I haste and I'll be fine. Retain and defend. Just make sure I have one in every hand. Defend into Balestra. And I'll even retain a Balestra for the next turn. Thankfully, we have Calipers, so I actually don't even need to defend again. It's absolutely wild. I forgot that we had Calipers. Oh, I'm so pleased about that. That's going to save us so much effort in so many fights. Okay, Joker card or the Turnip. No longer become frail. Doesn't matter to us. We'll take the Joker card. Frailty doesn't even affect us. Not really. And I'm just going to take more max HP in every available position for that. Oh, I lose Fortify or Balestra? I guess I have 2 copies of Balestra in the deck and I don't need both. Don't even have an upgradable card. Wait, I have Flight. I should be conquering as many elites as possible. Okay, I throw the whole thing except for, yep, Magnum Opus, Reverse Gravity for the kill. Let's take the Reptomancer on first. All it's gonna take is Magnum Opus, as well as basically anything, I think, at this point, right? Yup. Warding Shard. For each act you climb, gain 1 dex at the start of combat, as well as the Empowering Shard. For each act you climb, gain 1 strength at the start of combat. Both of those were things that I desperately wanted earlier. I mean, they both turned up eventually, and I'm fine with it, but also, they're not really going to have an impact at this point in time. I had to build the run without them. So, Haste, Future Sight, and then Balestra for the easy kill here. Mobius Coin, gain an additional 50 gold every single time you complete a quest, as well as the Shielding Shard. For each act you climb, gain 3 temporary HP at the start of combat. Neat. So now I'll turn these in and get all of my extra shards. So that's one reason why you don't necessarily want to turn in your quests constantly, because you could pick up Mobius Coin and then turn them in for extra money. Definitely going to go for the Red Relic here. It's probably going to be a Circlet, but whatever. I could use one. Magnum Opus into the Reverse Gravity for the kill. Echo Chamber. At the start of each combat, perform the last Bard melody performed in the previous combat. I probably just take Peace Pipe. I wish I had the ability to do multiple things at a rest site right now. That would be pretty effective for us. Tori versus Curious Feather. Curious Feather is whenever you play a power, gain 1 strength. Tori, whenever you receive 5 or less on blocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. That's okay. We'll get that. I think I just play the Reverse Gravity here. No need to mess around with anything else. We have enough. That gets us some more Void Shards, as well as a little bit more money. So I've got a shop next floor where I actually get to take advantage of the rest of my money. Very much looking forward to that. Should have just mulliganed differently here anyway. Yeah, there was no need for me to overcomplicate it like this. There we go. Peanut butter at the start of each combat, gain 8 temporary HP, as well as sundial. Every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain 2 extra energy. I'll take both of those over their competitors. So this is going to be a card removal just on... I don't think I want to get rid of the defense as much as I just want to get rid of the sifts. Oh, okay, so I got the Cauldron, getting us a bunch of extra potions. I'll just take the Entropic Brew there. Remove another Sift. The weakest enemy flees at the start of multi-enemy fights. Yeah, I don't need any of this. We've already got all of this settled, I feel. Nightmare's also going to be dead on turn 1. Love a good dead on turn 1 Nightmare. Beautiful. Enemies that don't have the mechanic that prevents me from dealing that damage to them. All nice. Incense Burner every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible, as well as... I guess I'll take the Duvidor because I don't want the Astral Hammer to burn any of my cards ever. Duvidor is an extra strength up for every cursor you have in your deck, and obviously we don't have that many. Execution's also, like, straight up not needed. Alright, Lord of Fortification. I suspect I might be able to kill you in a single strike if we, like, line up all of this correctly. Okay. So I will Magnum Opus, Fortify, Defends, just to get up a large block pool as well. Right? And then I'll Secret Technique out a Sift. Sift to draw 2, collect again as well, getting us back to Magnum Opus. Then it's Haste, Future Sight, guess duplicated, I guess. Play Magnum Opus, and then Balestra. Yeah. So that's a single hit kill on the Lord of Fortification right there, just casually. Deep Vero, clear your note queue at the end of each turn. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, obviously, I'm no longer upgrading any cards at this point, so I could have gone for the other option as well. Yeah, it didn't matter either way, let's be real. All right, I'm going to burn Reverse Gravity. It's no longer needed. Like, even in the fight, I'll be fine without it. Whenever you play a power, attack, and skill in the same turn, remove all of your debuffs. Maybe you play a power heal for 2 HP. Yeah, not super into that. Guess I'll take it to remove it. Lose 25% of your max HP, gain 3 regen at the start of each combat. That's pretty garbage. Ooh, Unceasing Top. If you have no cards in your hand, draw in a turn, draw a card. And I'll cut a Defend, I guess. So now I only have 10 cards. Oh, I know what I should have done. Obviously. Hubris is the mod that includes the ability to fight the merchant. So really, I should have just immediately decided to fight the merchant. So, Duct Tape into Haste. I'll Future Sight out a Balestra there as well. And then retain my Collect. It's fine, I just need to get back to Balestra and then we win. Taking a multiplicative card and putting it on the Xylophone to make it an X cost and it costs at X times, just... oh, it's the easiest way to break. Oh, okay, I'll take the... Oh, it gives you choices here, weirdly. Oh, but I could have just bought through a bunch of... Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. So this wasn't necessarily correct anyway. Right, I have Sozu, so I can't take any of those anyway. Neat. So I am now the merchant. I believe this is because I have the merchant's mask as well as the merchant's rug, but I can't remember entirely what has caused this. Okay. Do that. Beautiful. And then just try and draw back into the same card. Lovely. Fossilized Helix. Prevent the first time you lose HP each combat, as well as Girya. You can now gain strength at rest sites, up to 3 times maximum. I'd have loved to. Hello, Lord of Fortification. So I think I'm about to do exactly the same thing that I just did to you, like, moments ago. I'm not sorry. I'm really not sorry about it. Future Sight into Magnum Opus, which doubles its effect, and then just casual single hit Balestra. Hell yes. I am glad we pushed through with that in order to actually get the haste on the xylophone. But God, my voice is fatigued. I have been flagging since the midline. For the moment, though, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire Modded. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.